Today in the news, I got bamboozled by an Alchemist, Zen 4 got delidded, and more. What's up guys, I'm Snows, and this is your boot sequence. But first, today's sponsor, Morning Brew. In the morning, do you aimlessly go through your social media to try and find something interesting, but end up with mostly dry and sometimes boring articles? Well, in the last couple of weeks, I started using Morning Brew. No, it's not a coffee. It's a free daily newsletter I get every morning that only takes 5 minutes to read and catches me up on business, finance, and tech. It's pretty witty too. Last week, I found out that LinkedIn has ghostwriters that get paid more in an hour than me in 2 weeks. So help me out here and go subscribe to Morning Brew for free by using morningbrewdaily.com/bootsequence or by clicking the link in the description down below. It takes less than 15 seconds, so seriously, help me out here. Sign up. Well boys, I'm sad to report that we've been bamboozled. Actually, no, I've been bamboozled by my own memory and Intel. So on Monday, we looked at a benchmark for an upcoming Intel GPU, specifically the Alchemist A730M. Now, the benchmark in question was 3D Mark's Timespy, and in my experience, while it's hit and miss on some games, you can generally count on it to be a good estimate for the performance of a GPU. The Alchemist A730M scored pretty well with 10,107 points. Some even got scores above 10,500-ish points. That score puts it above the RTX 3070 and below the full-fledged 3070 Ti laptop GPUs. So how did I get bamboozled? Well, two ways really. First, while I did mention that their drivers were bad in the last video, I didn't really factor in how bad they actually were. Despite the fact that they have had integrated graphics in their CPUs for pretty much forever, their IGP team never really focused on gaming. And that's why Intel is a relatively new player in that gaming driver space. I spoke to Mike at hardwarecanucks since, well, they test a metric ton of laptops every year, and he essentially told me that, yeah, Intel's current drivers are just not mature, not at the level of AMD's or Nvidia's. At least the good news is that from here, Intel can only go up. I mean, we saw how much of a difference a simple driver update can make on the performance of a game. AMD's latest GPU releases came with a driver update that boosted performance in games by anywhere from 3% to 25%. So yeah, only up from here for Intel. The second way that I got bamboozled, or I guess I bamboozled you guys, is by completely forgetting Intel's own words. Back on the 30th of March, Intel released a blog post. This blog post was for a special driver that would get released in April. It actually didn't get released in April, so I kind of forgot about it, but it did release in May, and it explains a lot of what we're seeing here. To quote Intel, as part of our efforts to optimize software capabilities, we tested some application-specific optimizations in popular benchmarks from UL, including 3D Mark Timespy and Port Royale, and then applied some of those optimizations to benefit real-world games. But other optimizations have not yet scaled into the general game performance uplift and remain applicable only for Timespy and Port Royale for now. So yeah, the Timespy and Port Royale benchmarks have inflated scores right now, and the Intel graphics team has not applied these optimizations for real-world gaming. Intel also said, we have included these benchmark-specific optimizations in the version of our driver we are releasing today on Intel.com so that we can show the full capabilities of our new Arc graphics products. For example, on Timespy, we see an impact of approximately 15% when benchmark-specific optimizations are implemented. So yeah, as of the release of this video, Intel cheated. All of this to say that no, we're not looking at 3070 mobile levels of performance just yet. A side-by-side comparison of the A730M and the RTX 3060 mobile from the same leaker who gave us the score also popped up yesterday, and you can really see how a driver can tank performance. It's fine in Metro Exodus Enhanced Edition, it actually performs better than the 3060, but then it gets mopped by the 3060 at everything else. IT Home also did a review of the A730M, and according to their results, well, the A730M is on par with an RTX 3070 at the 80 watt TDP. Remember, the 3070 mobile can be pushed all the way up to 125 watts. So yeah, still not great for Intel. Anyways, hopefully Intel doesn't let their GPUs go to waste by not consistently updating their drivers. Next up, we got AMD in the news. It looks like the company is already shipping some Zen 4 CPUs to extreme overclockers for testing. That's because Tech PowerUp found a picture of a delidded Ryzen 7000 CPU. Well, at least a picture of the heat spreader. I remember watching a Durbauer video a couple of days ago where he was talking about the IHS, and he was not sure if it was flat at the bottom or if AMD CNC'd channels for the dies. Well, now we know that it's completely flat and soldered. Then we got the European Union making a big move for the better of technology. Now, it's been talked about for a while now, but the EU now has an official mandate that says that mobile devices must charge using the same standard connector cable. And that standard is, well, the Lightning connector. Of course, I'm kidding. It's obviously USB-C. The ruling happened on Tuesday of this week, and it says that any mobile electronic devices sold within the EU must come with a USB-C charging port by the fall of 2024. That's like a year and a half from now. Actually, scratch that, I can't math. It's 2 years and some change. This could force Apple to redesign the iPhone, which is great because Lightning sucks. Anyways, guys, that is pretty much it for the catch up. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Drop a like if you liked it, a comment if you want to talk about today's stories. As usual, right here to see the latest video where I got bamboozled, right here to subscribe to the channel. Stay frosty, my dudes, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.
Nothing ever feels so real.